This iPhone changed my life. I believe it's the essence of what an iPhone is supposed to be. And you might want to buy it right now with all the deals and glowing reviews. But it's been a few years and time waits for no one. New iOS, new lifestyles. Can it really keep up? There are 6 things that make an iPhone an iPhone. I'm gonna give you a perfect iPhone formula to check before buying that no reviewer will ever tell you. So tell me, what is an iPhone? Is it just a trademark name? Something Steve Jobs left behind? Or is it just a bunch of components squashed together? I think we started to forget what tech really is, what it's supposed to be, and especially what an iPhone is. For me, an iPhone is more than just a phone. It's not just something I use for photos, calls, and watching stupid videos. It's a philosophy. The idea that a device in your hand should be a natural continuation of your body and mind. And when Steve was here, it was the truth. Even though I haven't experienced it personally. The first iPhone I got was the yellow 5C. Loved it. Used it for like 3 years, I think. And back then it was exactly that, a continuation of me that enabled me to do great things. That's how it felt. And I know, you clicked on this video to find out how it works on iOS 26, how's the battery, the camera, and all that stuff that's been said 1,000 times already. So the first part of my formula is optimism, aka confidence. When you buy a new phone, you want to feel optimistic and confident that it's gonna survive everything you throw at it. This phone has traveled the world with me, from Dolomites and tropical islands to Sahara and dreamlike beaches. Always with me, always reliable. Some might say that's what an iPhone is, and I agree, but my experience wasn't always smooth. The years I spent with the iPhone 13 were rocky, and the 7 wasn't a smooth ride. I have only one regret about this phone, not getting the Pro Max. Even though I believe the size and comfort of iPhones peaked with the 11 Pro, the small 15 Pro is a bit too small somehow. This is weird, but I'm making way more mistakes now than I did when using the iPhone 10. Almost every single time I make mistakes in texts. Maybe it's the size, maybe it's muscle memory, but something about the screen just doesn't click with my thumbs the same way. The only thing that's not helping the battery life is iOS 26. There is some drain and not all of the features are worth it. I was kinda excited for voice memo, summary and call recordings, but was a bit disappointed. Instead, I opted for the external device. I know I already have a ton of tech, but a small recorder won't hurt. With this not a memo, I kinda feel like Louis Litt from Suits, but better, because I can record not only meetings and stuff around me, but also calls. With a flick of the switch, I can choose the mode and see the status on the display. What's cool is that with Nota on the phone, I don't have to start the call recording myself. The bone conductive thingy inside picks up the vibration and starts recording for me, and then I can just see a transcription in the app. The same goes for meeting recordings. They all appear in the app, and I can either read them as is or ask for a summary. A lot of types of summary, by the way. And it also supports custom design and AI workflow. And I can translate everything into any language or straight up ask questions about the contents of the meeting. I wish I had this when I was a student. Could have saved me so much time and so much paper. But hey, even just for recording my thoughts in the moment, this thing is helpful. And the quality of recognition is better than in iOS 26. And it has summaries, translation and all that. And it doesn't require your phone to have Apple Intelligence. It looks like a regular MagSafe wallet. No one even knows I'm recording them, so I really feel like Louis Litt from earlier seasons. I bet Louis didn't have any of those features in his recorder, especially integrations with Zoom, Notion, Slack, and a bunch of other apps. I'll keep testing and leave a link with my discount code in the description for you to check it out. The phone lasts me through the day almost all the time. It all depends on my use case, of course. If I take a lot of photos, I might need to top it up a bit in the evening. But if I just watch videos for a while, do some messaging, or listen to music, I can explore cities without the power bank. That's optimism. That's confidence. Confidence is also knowing that my photos and videos will look great without editing. In these years, I did take a couple shots that I am kinda proud of. Check these out and tell me in the comments which one is best. I already have a first video in my series about iPhone photography, so subscribe not to miss the second part. The second element component of the iPhone formula is emotions. I want you to close your eyes for a second and answer this. Do you want to feel something towards the phone you buy? To trust in it like you trust in a friend? If your answer is yes, you and I are on the same brainwave. The things we buy are supposed to make us feel something. I have plenty of things like that and just made a video about 10 best tech products I have ever had and would buy again. This phone does make me feel that I can do stuff, that I can be a photographer or a videographer, a YouTuber, a businessman. Pick a role and it fits. It's a timeless design and one of the best colors iPhones ever had, gray. It can be bold and serious or fun and energetic. Simply fits any scenario. And the 3-camera layout peaked here. Perfect size, protrusion, sleek, has presence but not too overwhelming. It's one of those designs that age well. Even now when I see new iPhones with their huge camera bumps, plateaus, this phone still looks balanced and intentional. Part 3. Power. Finally, we're gonna talk about that mighty processor, the memory, the games it can play. If you're into that, it's plenty powerful for everything. Any app, feature, game, website, everything works flawlessly as iOS allows it to. What I meant by power was the power it gives you to be a better version of yourself. This is a thing everyone overlooks all the time, conveniently hiding it under the features label. Like, the best thing for me is that I can shoot almost pro-looking videos on my phone. I shoot them in log using Blackmagic camera and grade in Final Cut. I have lots uploaded to the app so I can preview the video the way it will look after grading, and the number of lenses I have allows me to be pretty creative with framing and shooting, although I still need to work on the creative part. And here's something that might save you money. I went with the base 128GB model and I thought I would regret it, but there's a trick. The default camera app won't let you shoot 4K log internally with this storage, but Blackmagic camera doesn't care about Apple's limitations. Just set it to H.265 and start shooting 4K log without the massive files. This phone also lets me be more productive, which technically falls under the umbrella of power. With the action button I can open apps fast, use shortcuts and so on. This is actually a useful feature, unlike the camera control on newer iPhones. Though all the gripes I had with the action button are still there. I thought that in a couple years I would become this shortcut genius, automating everything. But honestly, most of the time I end up opening apps the normal way, because it's just faster this way. It's useful for simple stuff like opening the camera or flashlight, but don't expect it to change your life. This whole inability to do something with just a click or lack of customization without fiddling with these shortcuts, this is so frustrating. The fourth component in my formula is niftiness. That's another thing we take for granted. I would call it convenience, but I really needed the letter N. Convenience of everyday use. How it fits in your hand, your pocket, how fast it charges and holds the charge, the cables. For me, the convenience of using a phone is when I don't have to look for a specific cable to charge it, when I can just plug in a random cable that fits all my stuff. And Type-C here is great. It's fast, reliable and ultra convenient. Convenience is my phone not being just a phone, but more than that. I can plug in an SSD for managing my files or connect it to a monitor and watch movies. I can charge my AirPods or Apple Watch with it. That's convenience. That's niftiness. By the way, when I travel, I charge the iPhone with a wireless MagSafe charger and plug Apple Watch charger or AirPods directly into the phone. This way, from one wall adapter, I charge two things with ease. That's convenience. It's these little workflow improvements that actually matter in real life, not the flashy features they put in commercials. Niftiness is when I can create a whole YouTube channel with just one phone and replace a full-fledged camera without losing quality. There is only one thing that slightly dilutes the convenience. The Type-C here doesn't output enough energy to power the external mics, even with the original adapter, so I have to either use my laptop and then sync audio like I do now, or buy a new microphone, and that's not convenient at all. Moving on to number 5. Handiness. This one is a bit controversial, but it's whether you want to hold the phone as is. Like I said in my video about iPhone 13, click and watch. I'm not a fan of sharp edges. The iPhone convenience peaked at 11 Pro, and roundness is what I want. The 15 Pro has that, and it's thin enough to be used without the case comfortably. I just like fidgeting with it, and it feels great. But for you as a user, I guess things like display brightness would be more important. I'll oblige and even go over the technical stuff. The screen feels buttery smooth after using older phones. You'll notice it immediately when scrolling through anything. The always-on display is one of those features I thought I would hate, but now I can't live without. Just glancing at the time without picking up the phone is genuinely useful. Apple loves bragging about how bright this screen gets, and sure, it's great outdoors, but for most people it won't change your life. Photos just look amazing, especially people's faces and portraits, and the 3x zoom hits that sweet spot where it's actually useful for everyday shots, unlike some of those crazy zoom numbers you see on other phones. Performance-wise, nothing makes this phone stutter or lag. It just works, which is what you want from a tool you use all day. And the titanium build actually makes it feel lighter, which matters way more than you think, especially when you're using your phone for hours. And the final one, the most important part, is impulse. Do you want it? What does your heart say? When I saw this phone in the keynote, I knew I was buying that. And if you look at 15 Pro and think, I want that, and all these videos are just to justify the practical side, get it. It's an amazing phone that has survived the test of time, and it might be the last iPhone in a while to be that good. The truth is, this phone still feels current, even now. All the new Apple Intelligence stuff works perfectly on it. It gets every iOS update, just like the newest phones, and the cameras still hold up against anything new coming out. If you're upgrading from something really old, this will blow you away. If you're coming from a 13 or 14, the jump is smaller but still worth it. And here's the best part, you can find mint condition refurbished ones for way less money than you would expect. Sometimes the smartest choice isn't the newest phone, it's the one that gives you everything you actually need. So that's the formula: optimism, emotions, power, niftiness, handiness and impulse. The iPhone 15 Pro nails every single one. This is genuinely a great phone to buy right now, and it will stay great for years to come. Apple's got your back with software updates for a long time, and this hardware can handle whatever you throw at it. I'm planning to use this thing until it literally dies on me, which, knowing Apple, might take forever. This might just be the phone that finally stops me caring about new, shiny stuff every single year. And you know what? I'm completely fine with that. Thanks for watching, like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. See you in the next one.